Greetings, my name is Vern Joyce, and we're going to take an evaluational look at JoyceV. This is their homepage when you install their app, or you're looking around. It's a classroom, and you have a menu in front of you to select either their experiences or their courses. This is just a normal classroom. It's not anything interesting. We're going to take a look at one of their courses, the French Revolution, and it's going to install in, and it's an interesting and very beautiful rendition of the storming of the Bastille all the way around. And you can see it's an immersive picture of this. If this was all that Immersive was going to do, was give us immersive pictures of all the artwork from the French Revolution with an explanation, it would be wonderful. Instead, what we've been given is this wonderful load-in screen, and then we have a board, and basically what it does is it has an avatar and it lectures at you a PowerPoint lecture. This scene is static. It doesn't change. There is nothing else to it. Again, it is a beautiful picture, and I really wish they had done this with many more of the pieces of artwork and explained it that way. Explain the French Revolution through the artworks and art pictures, instead of what they do, which is a 5-minute chapter on each one of the sections of the French Revolution. This will be coming up here just seconds, and we'll be selecting that, and you can see what the avatar looks like. It loads in, and you get a PowerPoint projection with an avatar teacher, which you could get that with a YouTube video, and there's really no need to be in VR for that. It's quite disappointing and upsetting. It can be so much better. This is the next part. This is an experience inside the ISS, the International Space System. There is a quiz function, and any place you see in these pictures, there is an eye over there on the right that will pump up and give you information through an auditory cue. There isn't any visual cues, or there isn't any visual text, so you have to be paying attention and listen to it. The arrows let you go see other parts of the ISS. The graphics are a little dated for VR, but I think that is one of the strengths of Immersive, is that it can be used cross-platform, not just in, say, a high-end VR solution like the HTC Valve, the HTC Vive or the Valve Index, which this is filmed in, but also Samsung's Gear VR, or Google's Cardboard, using phone solutions. This is another experience. This is outside the ISS. And you can see that's the world below us there. Those people that have fears of heights would have to be warned before hopping into this. I don't know how much value there are in these. We can't set up the quiz. We can't get any results from the quiz. I just don't understand here where the value, educationally speaking, is. This is another part. This is part of their dino section experience. And what you're looking at is a T-Rex from about 30 yards away. And through this section, the narrator is talking to you and explaining to you what's going on. There aren't any other visual cues, any text. There is a one-question quiz that comes up at the end. The Tyrannosaur makes no noise. Not even its footprints make noise, and it walks by. And it, again, educational value-wise, for younger students, it would be interesting to see a Tyrannosaur walk by them. Maybe a little frightening for them as well, but you'd get some scope and some size. But again, there isn't a quiz or form function. Now, this part here is a tour of the Acropolis. I did the full guided tour, and I will say, with the exception of some verbiage that I had some objections to, it is a very good tour. I would use this in my history classes if I was teaching about ancient Athens. The big hang up I still have with Immersive is that I can't build a quiz into this. I really can't assess one way or another. Prior knowledge I could do on paper, but afterwards it's a lot of immersion and maybe cognitive overload or a high cognitive load for them to retain very much information coming out of this. Now, there's a narration going on in the background here, which is, again, like I said, I had some qualms with the verbiage, but other than that, going through it all, it's quite good. And the highest compliment I can pay it is that I would use it in my classroom, either at a middle school level or even a high school level. Higher education wise, I would encourage my students to go visit Greece, just because, you know, they're old enough to, in the summertime, do that. So that is a quick tour of JoyceV. Again, we're going to look at the Acropolis. One other thing I want to point out here is that I'm not locomoting this. The tour is taking you on its own. So that is a potential pitfall of VR and could cause some nausea if the people or if the person using this isn't prepared and doesn't have strong VR habituation at this point. So I didn't have an issue with this, but potentially as a educator, I would be concerned with going forward. And again, it pulls up a 360 video of or picture, a 360 picture of the Acropolis today, which is instructive. You can see what it looks like today in Athens. I'm not again versus what it looked like then, but versus what it looks like now. Thank you very much for watching, and that is my very quick evaluation of JoyceV VR.